Testing microphone. Looks good. Just gonna scoot in nice and close. Alright, yeah, that looks fine. Alright, let's do this. It is true. It's true, I admit it. Yes, you should be alive. Yeah, nobody died except Flat. It was a tragic tale. We're gonna have to move his gravestone at some point. Alright, let's let this happen. Oh gosh, someone's got hypothermia. Gus. Yeah, you're still out there somewhere. Right here, getting a meal. What's going on, Day? Oh, and there's Day doing some supply errands. Good stuff, good stuff. Almost running out of storage space here already. Cool. Alright. Tonight. Oh gosh, I forgot. For those that didn't see, we have too much oxygen. Oh no, it's fine. I do not expect anybody to complete that level. I made it too hard in hindsight. I shouldn't have been able to successfully complete it, but here we are. So yeah, irony of ironies, we have too much oxygen now. And we're gonna have to vent it to space. I know, unheard of. So we built this little thing here that worked much better than expected. So our old oxygen loop here was we had a couple of electrolyzers that would split up the H2O into just H and O. But it was stalling out. The idea was that the hydrogen that we got, we could feed it into a power generator that would power the whole system. And it kept running out of power. We just weren't getting enough hydrogen. And then the oxygen was just barely enough to keep us afloat. Germ, like, knocked it out of the park, honestly. Granted, the clear time you saw on that, he went back to get a better time after somebody grabbed the world record from him. His original clear check time on that, from when he first entered the level, like first gained control of Mario to hit the flagpole, was 24 minutes 31 seconds. So it was not like he just absolutely dominated that in a minute and a half. The thing is, like, speed wise, it is not crazy to... Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be doable when I set it there, but I wanted it to be kind of symmetric. Because the whole idea was that the whole level should look like a perfectly normal Zelda level. And so it was like, okay, put a Z indicator with an arrow pointing to the left and to the right, and it's like, okay, fire, get coin, get other coin. And so I positioned it that way and then tried to see, all right, is it possible to actually grab this from here? The only way I could get that right side coin was jumping away from it and then back, but not a full jump, like just barely shy of a full jump. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, so the oxygen machine. No, not from the ground. You do have to jump and grab the first one, and hit the vine, and then climb down next to that big piranha plant, so close that like just barely, you're barely holding on. Like Mario's nose is touching the bottom of the vine, and then you can like just tap right a few times to get under the piranha plant. And from there, it's a really fiddly jump back and forth. Yeah, and it's very annoying when you fall, because then it's like you got to do that really annoying spike jump. Which, that spike jump, that above the bomb wall, that was really hard for me. That took me a lot of tries. And you just, like, first time you got there, it was just instantly you're over it. And on to the red coin. So that was pretty impressive. Oh, yeah, they are kind of... Yeah, you can see kind of the stems of them, and just barely you can see the bottom of them. But yeah, you can't get back up. If you fall down at that section, you can't get back up. My concern here is that we're actually going to run out of water. And when that happens, our oxygen is going to have a bit of a problem. That's my worry. This is backed up. Like all the way backed up. We have too much oxygen. How do we fix this? How do we fix this? Huh. Sounds good. So this is the first problem to figure out. We have so much oxygen that it's going to back up. And when it backs up, I think that's going to start breaking this. So I think what we want to do is be able to turn off the water supply as needed. Just whenever we are encountering a situation where we have too much oxygen, for instance. Yeah, possibly. The thing is, you get to a point where you can't pump any more oxygen into an area, and you get the same issue. So right here, I've got oxygen going all the way up to this zone, and it's overpressured. There's 2 kilograms of oxygen per tile, which is the max, which means we can't pump any more out of here. And so this area is just chock full of oxygen now, and I have nothing to do with it. I would love to build just a big overflow area somewhere, but that's going to be rough. How did water get here? I don't know how this happened exactly. Yeah, pumping to other areas will be something we do. Especially because what we really, really would like is to clear out these slime areas. And so to do that, I'm going to need a few things. Starting with a water airlock. Throw air in the frozen zone. That's max pressure right there. And that's max pressure. There's just not space. I've got these big storage tanks, which are quickly filling up. So I think what I kind of want to do is have some way to turn off the oxygen for a little bit. Because the only place that oxygen is leaving right now is when we breathe it. So we're going to reach a point where we're going to be maxed out on oxygen, and we're just going to slowly tick down as we breathe. Because we're not using that much oxygen per day. So to get rid of excess oxygen, we can tank it, which requires a lot of infrastructure. We can put it into exosuits, which are very useful. They prevent a lot of problems. We don't have to worry about extreme temperatures. We don't have to worry about air. But you have to pump the suits full of oxygen first. So that eats up quite a bit, but not enough. Not enough to be permanent. So yeah, I think what we're going to want to do is somehow just like tone this down. This is just overkill. There's not enough water to supply this, I think. That's my big worry, is we're going to run out of water here to turn into oxygen. Although we got a lot here. Because this is like constantly taking in water here. Like all the time. Can you just disconnect a power source? This is self-powering. Like we split the water into hydrogen and oxygen, and the hydrogen is powering the system, and it's doing it so efficiently that there's excess hydrogen that we're just having to get rid of. We're just churning it into a generator here to keep the system from backing up for now. I have no idea how to handle that. I'm not prepared. And also, this is all melting. Nice. So we're pumping the oxygen through the cold biome to chill it down, and then we insulate it so that it stays pretty cool until it makes it into the base. And so that should help us with our temperature problem. It's already starting to cool off a little bit. It's very hot in a lot of places, but it will cool down. So yeah, I want to get more water somehow. All right, let's tackle exosuits. Let's make that our top priority. We want to have our exosuit system. So we want to start digging out this whole area. We want to dig out this whole area. Just disconnect the water line. That's what I'm thinking. My concern is that when we do, we are going to forget about it and wind up with a... Oh gosh, it's 60 degrees Celsius in there. That's very warm. That's very, very warm. My concern is we're going to wind up, like, running out very suddenly, and we won't even realize it's a problem until it's like, boop, boop, such and such is suffocating. Like, how? Oh, we have no oxygen anywhere. So I want to keep it on for now, and then maybe build a massive oxygen storage tank. Some kind of massive system to handle the overflow using that space we clear out. Yeah, we just have to not do that. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we'll just have to remember not to do accidentally. All right, slime lung. We're going to start cracking open the slime lung problem here. So that is going to be a few things that we're going to manage. Let's see here. So how are we going to do that? First off, we're going to dig. We're going to make a little entry point. Oh, I see. There's a ladder going down there. Oh, so heat is just flowing upward through here. Nice. I totally meant for that to happen. Where's the ice water geyser? Way up here. It's spitting out polluted water that's pretty cold, actually. Well, not super cold. It spits it out at -10 Celsius, but it warms up pretty fast because this is just a very warm biome for the most part. But it is helping to cool down this area, which is good. So, yeah, there's some slime lung in the air up here, which I don't appreciate. We'll have to deal with that at some point. A lot of things that we're going to have to work on eventually. Okay, so this is nice because we've got some power here that we can use. Actually, it's maxed out on power, so this would be a very nice entry point into our little zone here, our little slime zone. So we're gonna start working on that. What is this? Bluffbriar, muckroot, bristleblossom. Yeah, let's just drill that up here. Fish monster. This is a pacu. They're friendly. They eat something and excrete something, as with most everything in this game. Oh, everybody's working really hard. Look at this teamwork here. And yet, some people are still idle. Oh, because they're stuck. Makes sense. Alright. So, plan is we're going to start... Oh, we need an exosuit... exosuit... like, generation station. Exosuit forge needs refined metal. Oh, again with the refined metal even. Alright. Keep it going. Lots of refined metal. Make me a lot of refined metal, please. That'll keep you busy for a bit. No, pickled meal, worthless right now. Alright, everybody's idle now because we don't have more jobs. Alright, so we're gonna need to figure out how to make our little water airlock here. These are always fun to figure out, and I'm never particularly good at them. All right, so this area is very hot. This area is very cold. This area is very middle-ish. Oh, because of all the cold. That makes sense. So we'll figure something out there. So this abyssalite is not blocking. Well, it's blocking a little bit. I would like to keep some of it if possible. Don't think it's going to happen too well, though. So we need enough space. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many suits do I want available on this side? Let's see. Exosuit, Atmosuit, Dock. Let's build, I don't know, 4? 4, and then a checkpoint, and then a ladder or something. Oh, wow. Because it takes a ton of refined metal. Just takes a ton, an absolute ton of refined metal. Alright. Slow but steady progress. Oh, maybe we could just go up through this place. It's slow, but it would work. Maybe. Oh my gosh. A lot of idling. Alright. Tear that up. There you go. There's a job for you. Oh, so much oxygen. It's beautiful. Alright, so we need to start actually bringing our oxygen in. We're going to have, I think, 4 of these guys. That should be enough to start us out. And then we're going to need a forge, which is going to take 400 kilograms, which we have 200. So we're getting there. Ah, it's already dug out. Holy crap, you guys are too fast now. How did this happen? How did this suddenly start happening? Okay. I guess dig more. Sure, go nuts. Can we start mopping that mess over here? How about that for a job? If everybody's just so intent on working all the time. Blueprint. Dusk. Sure. Why not? Gives us more matter that we can, I don't know, compost or something. Oh gosh, this oxygen is backed up. These are going to start being over pressure. Well, that's full. Super full. Alright, so now we should be able to get our Exosuit Forge up. Which takes how much now? 480 watts of power. Perfect. Alright, get another tile in there, another tile here. And then we basically just want to have a nice little puddle of some sort to wind our way through. And that will allow us to handle the cold, the heat, whatever else. But this station in particular is mostly about handling this slime lung area and getting it all carved out safely. I just don't know how that's going to work. And we'll get a second station down this way that is going to be specifically for dealing with the hot, because we need plastics. A lot of plastics needed. So go ahead and start mining that area, please. How much space are we going to need here? So that's all chlorine. No problems there. Okay, maybe a slight problem there. Idle again. Okay, so this is good. Alright, Atmo suit. Give me 4 Atmo suits, please. More space sheep slugs. We do need more space sheep slugs. Where's a place I can just kind of tell them to dig for a bit? I just need them to have something to do for a bit. I keep running out of tasks. Let's see. We could run a heavy watt power down this ladder here. Maybe that's what we'll do. Deconstruct that. Go ahead and deconstruct this battery. And let's deconstruct all of this wire as well and replace it with heavy watt. Yeah, it's getting something. I don't know if it's particularly fancy just yet. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that should be the right height, and then we can dig straight into the core of the Earth. At that point, we're gonna need a little mini power zone down here. Oh, and this is gonna be super warm too. Is that too much? Yeah, that might be a little too much. All right, we'll get there. We are working on it. So no way to make your own water. So we've got these steam vents and a polluted water vent up here, or cool slush geyser. That's about it. Those are the only real ways that water enters the this closed system, is geysers. And it's got a lot of ways of leaving. So water becomes a bottleneck a lot of the times. All right, let's just dig this whole mess up. Just dig it right on up. Yeah, no air down here. I know, I know. Alright, how we doing on suits? 2 more to... Oh, we need more. Oh, the Drekos. Yeah, we do need to get more Drekos, don't we? Lots of Drekos needed. Actually, not too many, now that I think about it. We have some spare air to put down there. Yeah, but it'll float away. As helium would in a room. Oxygen will float away in this area because it is chock full of CO2, which is the heaviest air in this game. Maybe there's heavier ones, but it's the heavier one of any note. Oh my goodness, it's just so full. Wait, is this a problem? How's the pressure in here? Not too bad. So right now, we're like super well stocked on oxygen. And this system is still working, and it's still taking water as much as it can. Maybe this isn't too bad. Super nice thing is that this is finally backed up enough where it can cool this oxygen before it starts moving. So the oxygen that's leaving here is going to be a little bit on the cooler side now. Like it exits this area at 60 degrees Celsius. And then it sits in these cool tanks for a long time. Oh, but that heat is going to be seeping in like crazy. All right, mop this up if you can. Before we dig that and that. And we're just going to put a little station down here for exosuits. And then we're going to start digging into this area where it's real hot. Oh, we got fossils down here. We use those for steel. So they are not very fluffy. These are poke shells. They are some kind of crustacean thing. I like it, Shiner. I'm a big fan. Circle the dong wagons. Yeah, not fluffy. Quite the opposite. Very crunchy. These guys are very crunchy. Okay, so now we can dig through this. Yeah, they are a circling. All right, so now we got an area down here. We need some heavy wire. So this is going to be how we get power, large amounts of power across long distances, such as that. So what are we going to do here? We're going to do like a 3 tall room and then a little power station below. I think something like this. It's against the rules. Oh no, what did it turn out to be? DWW, I love it. It's nice. It works. Yeah, so down here we're gonna have big old, ooh, getting a little crowded down here. We got no oxygen, so you guys be careful, please. I'm really begging you to be careful down here. Alright, so the excess power I think is going to be enough for now. Chlorine vents, what could that be? Oh, chlorine vents are actually pretty useful. Because chlorine will... Anything that has germs in a chlorine environment, it will slowly disinfect it. And there are some machines that will take chlorine and accelerate that process. So chlorine is pretty handy. This guy got caught in a wall. Good job, buddy. Alright, so let's leave that. Yeah, that should be good. So we're going to need a transformer down here, a pretty big one. Yeah, we don't have... I haven't seen any chlorine vents yet. You see these little puffs of chlorine. This is coming from a solid chlorine rock of sorts. Bleach stone. This stuff right here. Alright, so we're going to build a big ol' power transformer. We got to connect our heavy watt wire to that. And then that way we can have our tiny wire going up, supplying power to all our little exosuit stations. Oh gosh, we're not gonna have enough for this either. All right, you know what? Yeah, pretty much. We take our slime rocks. We're gonna deconstruct these after all.
I like dogs, and dogs die in Kappa.
Come on now, Mario Maker fan. What we got? Food? Yeah, 4,800 kilocalories. That'll last that's a few meals right there. Mario Maker fan got mean, and I don't know when it happened. I don't know if he was always this way. Alright, cancel that for now. Oh, you guys better not trap yourselves. Do not trap yourselves. I know you're thinking about it. I can sense it. Okay, there we go. Oh, and we do need oxygen down here. Ooh, this is going to be tricky. Oh, wait, no, it won't. There's oxygen, like, literally right here that we can take advantage of. It's hot. It's hot oxygen, but it will work. A perfect gentleman. I guess so. I don't know what it is.
Maybe you should take text-to-speech away to remove the temptation.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the text-to-speech. Need to beat his level. Oh, is it the power-up switching level? Food poisoning. Someone's got food poisoning. Mo has food poisoning. Yeah, that's a pretty good stage. Oh, can we not reach this? No, we can reach that. We're good. We're good. Yeah. Pyrograss is working on it. Okay. Deliver a suit. Deliver a suit. Deliver suit. Deliver suit. There we go. Now those 4 suits we built will have a place to go. And, oh, you know what? You have to have exosuit training to do that. So, Inu is going to get that. Ooh, this is tricky. This is tricky. Because you need a lot of morale. And we are actually reaching a point where morale is going to be an issue. Grass has a ton of morale for some reason, so we're going to give it to him. And Germ Dove apparently is doing pretty good on morale. Inu's just getting tasked with a lot of things, and he's not getting a lot of morale for some reason. He says the decor was ugly, apparently. That's why his morale is low right now. Is Turtle falling behind on his art duties? I haven't been tasking Turtle with a lot of art. These guys have been supplying our art supplies right here. Because we shave them and use the materials to make art happen. Works out pretty well, honestly. Okay, so this is still, yeah, this is still working somehow. Just gauche. All right, who's in charge of this? Inu is doing it right now. And now we need a checkpoint for the Atmo suit to say, like, hey, you guys cannot proceed without checkpoints, or without a suit on. Alright, let's get rid of this wheel, I guess. Let's get rid of this gas filter. Let's get rid of these pipes. After all, turns out we don't want them. And actually, we need this to be an insulated pipe, please. Go ahead and upgrade that. Everybody's idle again. Oh. Research focus. What's our next research focus? Oh, we only have 1 left. Alright, well, that'll give a couple people something to do. Alright, here we go. Clearance. Suited duplicants may only pass if there's an available dock. Yes, we do want that. Inu, hello. Inu, you just got promoted to one of our exosuit specialists. So you are one of the few people who are allowed to proceed into the hot zone here. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. All right, so this is... Oh, this is taking up more oxygen than I expected, but it will fill up. Yeah, there's only a handful of people that are skilled enough to use the exosuit. At least, skilled enough to use it effectively. Actually, where are you? Oh, going to eat. You are eating. Oh, a little party here with Inu and Riddle and Gus. Nobody ever lets me wear the... Yeah, well, you're busy eating right now. Oh, and it was so good to see you streaming yesterday. I was excited to have you back. It's just good to have your calming presence back on Twitch. Alright, still just have too much stuff. Too many people and not enough tasks. Need another big job soon. Still want to clear this stuff out. Alright, let's check our rooms. Yeah, absolutely. Let's check our decor. That's what we need to check. Where do we need it to be prettier? We need it to be prettier in the Great Hall here. A bridge to nowhere. Ooh. I think what we want at some point is ooh, gas range. That's new. I kind of want to build this just to see what the what you get out of this. How is it different? Oh, it takes natural gas. You know what? That does make sense, doesn't it? Refinement, no. Stations. I'm looking for the soda machine. Is that under plumbing? Why would that be under plumbing? I was thinking food is where I would find that, but no. I did not find it there. Medicine? Refinement. Furniture. Ah, here we go. Soda fountain. Create soda from water and CO2. Now this does not count as a recreation building, does it? Oh, it's small enough to fit too. This does. So, yeah, preferred room, recreation. Maybe we can find something in the database here. For recreation, no. Great Hall, no. Systems. Looking for the rooms. Juicer. Diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole. Gosh, that's some old stuff right there. Videos. There are videos. Interesting. That's new. I want buildings. Show me information on beach chair. I see. So it doesn't actually tell me. This is tricky. I'm looking specifically to know what is it specifically that I need for this recreation building for the Great Hall. Only 2 weeks ago. Oh gosh. Great Hall, oxygen not included. Yeah, what are the recreation buildings? I would rather a wiki result here. Let's see here. See, this is from 2 years ago. Oh, water cooler, eh? Water cooler. Is that still... Oh, here we go. All right, let's try this. We're just gonna plop that right there. Yeah, that's Oh, is this gonna do it? Let's find out. Let's see if this room changes. It's now a Great Hall. We suddenly get a big morale boost. We get a +3 morale boost on top of the +3 we were already getting. I've not heard a metal mix of that. All right, we are slowly making progress down here. All right, and these are filling up with oxygen. So this is taking a little bit of the excess oxygen off of our hands. So that's good. But yeah, look at how backed up this oxygen is getting. That's crazy. I would much prefer this to be the cold oxygen. How can I manage that? Can I manage that? There's a question. Let's try this. Viking metal. Nice. Let's do that. Oh, this is gonna let a lot of hydrogen out, I think. Idle. Okay, not because he's stuck, but just because he just can't get anywhere. Let's see here. Oh, we don't have. Oh, we need water for that. Duh. Yeah, we'll go ahead and. This is gonna be a little bit of a mess. All right, we're gonna leave that for now, but I think we're gonna do away with this pitcher pump over here. And let's re-enable this one. I'm gonna slowly get this area built out. No, wait, not that one, that one. Windrose, okay. My plan here is to kind of move this hydrogen setup just a little bit. So a hipster stray cat had a curled mustache. Doesn't get much more hipster than that. Oh, penguin cat. Yeah, we have penguin cat in our neighborhood, which from the back has a very distinctive black and white fur pattern. Yeah, at first glance, we for one moment thought it was a penguin hanging out. It was very confusing. All right, we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do insulated gas, oops, right here, and then to here, and we're gonna break this out. Yeah, let's go ahead and replace these with insulated gas, just to kind of keep it a little cooler down here. Don't need these extra ladders, really, but we're going to just leave them because they're just kind of getting in the way. You know what? We probably could make a little pocket of O2 down here without too much work. Like Viking metal, but not screamy. I've never really gotten into metal music. I don't know if I would consider myself a fan of, but I have gotten into electro swing. I just thought that was a fun genre, mostly because I like old big band stuff, and so kind of modernizing that a bit is fun. All right, we will put a little bit of a. Oh wait, there's some way to divvy this up smarter, because right now the way this is going, 50% of the gas. Let me explain gas logic. Actually, this works for water as well. Whenever a packet of matter gets to an intersection, it divvies it up evenly between the two. So 50% is going to go up, 50% is going to go right. And then the same applies to the next one and the next one and the next one. So the result is we've got 50% of the gas going to the first one, 25 to the next, and then the last two are 12.5 each. Yeah, Lonely Digger by Caravan Palace, one of my favorite electro swing bands. Caravan Palace. I don't remember how I found out about Caravan Palace, but gosh, I really dig the music. It is so fun. It's just exciting and bombastic. Oh, open this, please. Open this. Submit a bioscan. I want to see what's in here. There could be goodies. Oh, look at that. Crude oil. We're getting pretty deep, guys. We're going to start seeing magma before too long. What is this thing? Sporchid. A sporchid. All right, tell me about a sporchid. Sporchids have an eerily alluring appearance to mask the fact that they host particularly nasty strain of brain fungus. Why would we want to grow these exactly? Huh. Don't know what electro swing is. So it is a it is a combination of, I would say to some extent, techno mixed with like 1930s, 1940s swing music. You know, lots of heavy brass, lots of strong rhythms, just combined with these like heavy electronic tones like you get in techno. And it works really well. It doesn't seem like those would mix very well, but no, they work great. Let's see. How are we going to get some oxygen pumped down here safely? Like this, by just sticking a vent right there. That's it. That's what we're doing. Hey, there we go. Jake meets Less Than Jake meets Skrilla. I'm not familiar with Less Than Jake. All right, what do we got in here? We got a lore entry. Oh, this lore entry, we start to learn that these bioscans at the Gravitas facility are not just scanning your fingerprint, they are actually taking samples of DNA. Ooh, rummage in there. So that they can make these little duplicates. So these duplicates that we have under our command are clones of former Gravitas facility employees that have been sort of printed out of organic goo. Oh, ska band from the 90s. Ah, man, I kind of missed the ska wave, and that's kind of a shame because I really would have enjoyed that. I'm going to have to, like, get into ska or something.
Really late.
Yeah, really late. I'm going to go to all my friends and be like, guys, have you heard of this ska thing? All right. Oh, you can inspect these too. That's handy. Yeah, Real Big Fish is a name that I see come up quite a bit. Oh, who's going to get a snazzy suit? Who does not have a snazzy suit yet? Oh, we still got a lot of people. Riddle gets this snazzy suit. Oh, this one had a warm sweater, which protects from cold. That's not as great. Not as great. Oh gosh, we finished this ladder all the way down here. Well, keep it going, guys. Keep it going. All the way down. We have got some oil to start collecting and processing. Oh, it's going to be hot in here. Oh no, we got a morb down here. Got to watch out for these guys. Dangerous, dangerous little guys. Just a fan of music, yeah. Oh, Inu, like a week ago, or I guess it was more just last week, but towards the end of the week, I was thinking of something. I was like, oh man, I got to remember to ask Inu's take on this because he's like an actual musician, and I respect his opinion on things. This was gonna sound like a goofy idea, but I wanted to see if you had similar, I don't know, similar thought processes in your head between trying to play a tricky Mario Maker level and trying to learn a new song. Like, is that a thing, do you think? Because for me, the struggle is very similar of trying to get my fingers to cooperate with what I want them to be doing. Oh, we're going to get more art in here. That's what we're going to do. Get Turtle out. Turtle, get out here and make us some masterpieces. A landscape canvas. Oh, yes. Just like that. Speedruns are kind of like sight reading. That's a good point, yeah. All right, we're gonna like dig a big area around this so we've got some extra space for like wiring. Don't know if I've ever thought about it before. Fair enough. That's true, yeah. There. Oh. Missing. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, we're finally at the stage in the tree. Like, the early stuff only takes this blue science, which you need at, like, a regular station. And then you start getting into the stuff that takes this red advanced research, which you need on a supercomputer. And then the final stuff requires this yellow interstellar research, which we don't get until we get into space. Hey, Gus, my man. We do have a supercomputer, yes. Way up here. Yeah, right there, which GermDove is working on right now. You know what? Yeah. I have a shout-out command now. There we go. Let's see if this works with the @ symbol or not. There we go. Shout-outs to Gus. Amazing speedrunner. Yes, I've got my system set up where I can personalize every shout-out command. All right, let's give a shout-out to Shiner. Why not? There you go. Oh, I don't think I've got one for Riddle yet. Hang on. Everybody here streams. I love it. And yes, Shiner has a new emote. Oh, I do have one for Riddle. All right, sounds good. Enjoy the evening, Gus. Yeah, definitely give Gus a follow. Yeah, it works. Let's see, does Inu have one? You better believe Inu has one. Alright, who wants to get into the Neural Vacillator? I'm just gonna shout out everyone who's watching right now because everybody is here. Okay, so the Neural Vacillator is totally safe. There's no database entry on it. So let's see. There's a big brain in a vat and a chair. All right, I think that's all you need to know. Everyone is here. Yeah, who wants to volunteer as tribute for the neural vacillation? Yeah, I want to see like the Smash opening cards for everybody, for all the streamer peeps. Well, somebody's got to do it. Mario Maker fan, you're not even in this, are you? I don't think we have a Mario Maker fan duplicate. Riddle volunteers as tribute. All right, here we go. All right, Riddle, get in. All right, Riddle's got to put his suit on. Suit up. Just make you, yeah. All right, everything is perfectly safe. Extensive testing starting right now. All right. Yeah, it's very fun. Okay, I think he's done, right? There we go. Alright, Riddle's brain is still vibrating, but they've never felt better. Riddle acquired Sunny Disposition trait. Unwavering positive outlook on life. Stress goes down 20% per cycle. Ah, Riddle's looking great. And now the brain is spent, so we can't reuse that one for a while. We have to get some stuff from space. Yeah, you're good. It all worked out for the best. How's this stuff coming along? Slowly. Very slowly. Yeah, everything is okay, as it turns out. That's right. Imbigonate the brain. I think the word you're looking for is just embiggen. Imbigonate isn't a word. Duh. Alright. Oh, look at this lovely art that Turtle did for us. Oh, I love it. Let's get some more. Let's get some more Turtle originals. Oh no, we're out of, what are we out of? Fiber. Reed fiber. Let's see here. It's a perfectly cromulent word. Oh, we can't reach these yet. There we go. And there we go. Wait, why is this one? Oh, because that's just unrelated. It's from Simpsons. A noble heart embiggens the smallest man. I don't remember the exact quote. All right, who's doing this errand and why are they not? Gus is on it. Gus, get down here and dig me a hole. Uh-oh, Gus is not feeling great. Gus has food poisoning. We need germ-covered meal lice. Where are the germ-covered meal lice come from? Well, they're all in here, but okay, there's a little bit of food poisoning on some of those. Fair. A noble spirit. Ah. I was close with whatever it is I said. Ooh, what do we got in here? Signal switch, huh? Alright, it's gonna get real warm as soon as we crack open this abyssalite. Oh, there's another cold biome over here. Ooh, you know what might be in there? An anti-entropy thermonullifier is what I'm hoping to find. Because there was one way up here. Anti-entropy thermonullifier, that's the thing. Guess it's a sick man. I'm a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy diggy hole, diggy diggy hole. What do I do with the salt water? What can I do with that? Refinement. Desalinator. Removes salt from brine or salt water and produces water. So we give it salt water and power, and it produces just solid salt and water. Okay, that's something. That's something. Okay, so we can use this saltwater geyser as another source of water, because all it takes is power, right? Nothing else. Are you sure there's nothing else needed? Just power. Okay. That might work out. That might work out. Because we're going to have some excess power, I think. How is this doing? This battery is fine up here. It's doing just fine where it is. Very deep. Alright. How do we deal with this super hot temperature down here? Oh boy, I want to dig into all this stuff here and see what we can get a hold of. Ooh, some lead, huh? Yeah, dig into that. So how's the Atmos suits doing here? We've got, yeah, they're fully stocked with oxygen. Oh, they're super fully stocked with oxygen. It's good stuff there. Oh, we've got one uninsulated pipe there. There we go. All better. All better. Temperature is still warm down here. That makes sense. That's just gonna happen. All right, temperature down. Oh, it's getting a lot nicer. A lot more green and a lot less yellow. Still a lot of yellow over here. That's not super surprising. Oh, there was a neural vacillator down here too. Who wants this one? Who wants to be vacillated? We need the crude oil so that we can create petroleum, so that we can create plastic, so that we can create a steam engine, so that we can actually delete some of this heat. Ooh, diamond. Need that for glass. You can use sand for glass, but you can also use diamond for window tiles. It's very nice. Oh my gosh, they got some lead in here. There's definitely something going on this way. I can't tell what. Idle. Someone cannot get to a job. Oh, Inu! You lovable scamp. Get down from there. Alright, there we go. Inu got stuck. But we're all good now. You're just hanging out on a little rocky outcropping with your new buddy, the Draco. Good old Dracos. All right, here we go. We got a little crew here. Nice. Yes, an anti-entropy thermonullifier, just what I wanted. So this guy right here, if you pass it hydrogen, it spits out cold. It just absorbs temperature from the surrounding gases, which is extra handy because we're about to dig into a very hot zone, and we will need a way to keep things cooler. And as it just so happens, I'm surprised it actually worked with the 8. As it just so happens, we do have a lot of spare hydrogen floating around. Well, not a lot, but enough.
And big on
This guy right here is just powering this battery. Oh, you know what? I need to upgrade this to a smart battery. Oh, you can't just override it? Really? Is that not a thing that you can do? You're not going to let me do that? Oh, it makes me sad.
MBIGGON8.
Weird. Okay, let's get rid of this. This does not have to be like that anymore. We can replace that with that. Just get rid of that outright. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Deconstruct. I'm not using the single deconstruct because it'll deconstruct everything in this cell, including pipes behind it. And I'm just worried I'm going to accidentally delete something I don't want deleted. So how are we going to do this? We want to hook up a smart battery. As simply as possible. That should work. We'll just throw a little smart battery right here. Hook it up to some heavy wire. Oh, right. Yeah, there's a wall there right now. So we have to wait for the wall to go away. Then heavy watt wire in. And then automation wire. Right like this. The idea is we are going to tell it, turn off this hydrogen generator if the battery is already full. And that way it won't just be spending hydrogen all the time. And that way we can use the excess hydrogen Pump it down here to provide some excess cold for us. That's going to be very nice. Yes, perfect. We do have an opening for that. We can just pump that right on through. Love it. Absolutely love it. So, let's build some wall tiles here and dig out this so we got a nice clean path to flow through. Automation is in progress. Oh, see, the hydrogen is already backing up. Because when you attach the wire, it starts with an off signal. And there we go. And now we can actually deconstruct this one, but I'm gonna, we'll go for it. New printables, nutrient bar, dirt. I think 500 kilograms of dirt can produce more than 4,000 kilocalories of food. I'm not 100% sure of that, but I'm just kind of hoping. Alright, looking good, looking good. Let's replace this with tile. This is going to be a new sort of zone for us right through here. Before we do that, let's actually dig up the materials. Yeah, this is fine. Not those. But yes to those. Alright, 6 people are idle. You guys can't get to any jobs? Nothing? Here, dig out those, deconstruct this, build more tiles here, build ladders here, dig this out, dig this all out, and build more tiles here. That should keep you guys busy, right? And please don't get trapped in the pool of water here. Alright, how's this process going? Alright, we got a little party going on here. We got Game, Cute, Daysnick, and a bunch of chlorine. That's about it. Daysnick is trapped. Daysnick, dig beneath you. Oh no. Daysnick can't dig right there. Daysnick does not know how to dig that kind of tile. Daysnick is trapped. And slowly running out of oxygen. Someone's on this, right? Okay, good. Zombie Slicer is heading down to help. Hang in there, Day. Just chill for a bit. Hey, Zombie Slicer to the rescue. Yay! Oh, what did I get here? What is this achievement? Ooh. Enter an oil biome for the first time. Is this... Oh, the oil... This counts as the oil biome. Even though we're not really in it yet. We have not broken into it, but we get the achievement. Very important to get those achievements. Oh yeah, we still got this vacillator to use. Well, let's look at our colonists here. Check morale levels. Everything. Required morale levels. Actually, Inu has the highest number of jobs required of him right now. Oh, you can choose a hat. That's handy. So I'm gonna let Inu take this one. We'll see what happens. Oh my gosh! Look at all this oxygen. This pure oxygen. Alright, what do we get? Beefsteak. Inu. This duplicant's got muscles on their muscles. Strength plus 10. Wait, compared to what? What's a normal strength? Inu's strength was 7. Inu has the strength of 2 men. Inu has the strength of 2.5 Inus. Which sounds recursive, but don't worry, it's fine. Alright, this is kind of this scares me a bit. The fact that this produces a nasty strain of brain fungus. Oh wait, what was that? Zombie spores. What is zombie spores? We need to read up on that. Diseases. Zombie spores. It does not say what it does. Great. But it is found in these lower, hot depths. And we have to be very careful about that. Okay. So, this is super warm down here. Like, look at this. This is boiling temperatures, 124 degrees Celsius. I want to crack this open and start digging and getting oil. But I also want to keep it nice and cold. Oh, look at all this hydrogen. This is exactly what I need. So our strategy here will be, I think, to pump some sort of coolant material between this cold biome with the thermonullifier and somewhere in the hot biome and the area around it to kind of just constantly cool the area. Thank you for the follow, T-Breeze. Now, the question is, where are we going to manage that? How are we going to handle that input? Shorter distance is better. If we can not have to move everything around as much, that's going to save us some time. So, let's see here. Oh man, we have a lot of options. We are at a crossroads, everyone. Let's zoom out a bit. So, we have our entry point way up here in the top left with our exosuits, which at some point I think we're actually going to move that much higher, that checkpoint. And then there's just going to be a massive drop down into the center of the asteroid, where we are either going to come close to the thermonullifier or go straight down. You know what we should be looking for, now that I think about it, is we should be looking for geysers down here. If we can find an oil geyser, that would really help make the decision for us, because we want to keep things close to that. Thermonullifier sounds good. It does. I really like the idea of being able to just have a very short loop of coolant. Short loops are nice. Okay. I'm trying to get you guys to dig really close down here so I can look for any sort of geysers. Oh, and there's a new critter down here that you guys haven't seen yet. These guys right here, slicksters. Oh, you might have seen them. These guys just produce oil. Specifically, they eat CO2 and spit out oil. Which is actually a pretty nice trade because our duplicates here happen to produce CO2. So that works out pretty nicely. So we did not find anything from that maneuver. So let's dig a little bit to the left, see if maybe we get something there. Love slicksters, yes. You can make entire farms from slicksters, and it's very handy. All right, let's start tiling this up a little bit. We're gonna have to start reorganizing this area a little bit. Can't you use oil for plastic? Yes, that is the plan, is we are going to convert the crude oil into petroleum, and then petroleum is what you need to generate plastic. I believe. Let me double check on that before we start making big plans. Polymer press. Yes, it requires petroleum to create plastic, and it also produces a lot of heat. So having this anti-entropy thermonullifier nearby is going to be very handy for that purpose. All right, let's keep digging a little bit more. A little bit more. I really want to see what's over here before we start poking our head through the abyssalite. Oh, you know what? Since we've got suits now, we can actually dig through this whole area without any problems. Do we dare crack open the saltwater geyser? You know what? It wouldn't hurt because, again, we are not in any danger. Everyone's idle. There's not enough jobs anymore. I need you guys to do more things. Doit. Doit. All right, let's make you do that. Let's get more. Oh, we have reed fibers now.
Doit.
So let's get more paintings. Doit. Doit.
Do it.
Ah, there we go. That took a few tries. But you got there in the end. I'm proud of you. We could just start digging around up here some. And some of these, one of these days we're going to have to start getting into solar panels as well. I guess I need more Atmos suits. That might be the issue. How much power does this take? 120 each. So we can get, we have 480 on there. Nice. Oh wait, do I have my delay on right now? I didn't even think about that. This whole time. All right, let's fix that. This is gonna be a little bit weird. Hold tight. Okay, now that delay is off. And now we need the video delay also switched. Typical. So that is webcam mic. Change the filter here, turn that off. And we're back, maybe? All right, sync check. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's probably good. Oh no.
Lol, get wrecked. You triggered my trap card by repeating the doit 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 doit.
Yep. Okay. Whew. Alright, let's get more of these up. This is gonna eat up a lot more power. I don't know what that's gonna do. We'll see. And we are going to get the more insulated gas pipes flowing. There we go. Oh, what do you mean we don't have the... What do we not have for this? Not that. I meant the painting. Nope, we're good. We're good now. Paintings are underway. They're going to be built soon. I know, right?
KEKW.
Hey, there it is. Eventually I am going to start charging, like, actual bits. Uh-oh. You know what? I didn't even think about this as a problem. I figured I was going to be using this water a lot earlier, but nope. This has not been something I've worked on. So let's get those up. Okay, we dug a little ways and still nothing. You just give up TTS? Problem solved. Mission accomplished. How hot is it in there? Not too bad. Maybe it's time to turn off the TTS thing for the TTS for reward points. Yeah, that's true. We do. That was my original hesitation for not turning it off, was basically just... Yeah. You know what? The thing is, I don't mind anyone else doing it. It's only Mario Maker fan that abuses it. Alright, so all we gotta do is set commands equal to commands.filter where name does not equal TTS. There we go. Oh, there's an idea. There's an idea. Okay, we need to unselect this research now. Well, now it's gonna bug us about not having a research focus. Yeah, some kind of TTS filter list. Yeah, TTS command doesn't exist. I don't know what you're looking for. Alright, well that got finished. Now what? Now what do we do over here? Oh boy. Wait, do we not have... Oh, we need more suits. That's what we need. Deliver a suit. Deliver a suit. Deliver a suit, and deliver a suit. I don't even know if we have that many suits, but whatever. It's gonna start filling those up. What you doing? What you doing there, Zombie Slicer? You just kind of hanging out? How many suits do we have? Maybe that's what we need to check. 0. Well, that would do it, wouldn't it? All right, more Atmo suits. Make it happen, guys. Oh, and that needs more reed fiber, which means we need more Drekos. You know, I saw a Dreko somewhere down here. Oh, there's a couple of Drekos we can wrangle. Grab those Drekos, guys. Capture that one too. If anybody sees a Dreko, capture them. Preferably alive. Hardware magic. That's right. We're doing live editing of the code. So many people idle. I can't keep up with you guys' demands for tasks. You're just so incessantly wanting to be helpful.
Is this okay?
Yes, I love it. We snapped a cute photo of me and little Toadette tonight. It was adorable. Oh, look at this cold air coming in. Love it. Love it. So oxygen, yeah, oxygen is... Oh crap, hydrogen's backed up. Hold on. I was totally ready for this and stuff. Crap. Well, dang, I didn't realize we had that much hydrogen available. Well, all right, quick solution. Oh, we can't put it there because there's not enough space. Space! Wow. Huh. Well, that's goofy. It is what it is, though. Yeah, system is backed up. That's bad. That's real bad. Huh. And that'll work eventually. Let's just put a higher priority on these tasks right here. Oh gosh, system is backing up with hydrogen so badly. Come on, guys, come on. I need you to work fast on this. Working on a prototype of your first speedrun level. I'm interested. Yeah, it's gonna get real hot if you don't insulate that. All right, get that going. That's gonna buy us some time. And then we have to deal with making this long pipe. This long pipe work all the way down to here. This is a lot. This is a lot to do. All to get hydrogen over here. So what we will do is we will set up a little mini station right up here that's just going to store excess hydrogen for a bit. Dig all of that. All right. We still working on the... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It begins. All right, good. We saved it. As you can see, we were starting to get hydrogen. Look at this. We're starting to get hydrogen in some of the oxygen lines because there was just so much of it. There was too much hydrogen. All right, good. We're going back to normal levels. Ooh, yeah, that was dangerous. We started pumping hydrogen into these, which starts to damage them. You guys are lovable. You guys are just so lovable. There we go. We're good. Okay. Plan is pipe down this hydrogen down to this point. Probably have half a dozen versions. Oh boy, yeah, that's gonna be fun. We will be doing a lot of testing. And that's alright. Testing's gotta get done. For the people who are still alive. And believe me, I am still alive. I'm doing science and I'm still alive. Oh, man. Alright, that was like... Portal, the original Portal was basically the reason that I got the orange box initially. I was considering just buying the standalone game, which was like $20 versus $50 for the orange box. But it had all the Half-Life games, or at least starting with Half-Life 2, and I was thinking, oh, I've heard really good things about Half-Life 2. I should probably pick that up and play it.
Is that the song I've been working on a music level for? Also, you can't take away my TTS ha 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 doit 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 doit.
Problem solved. So anyway, as I was saying, I had a choice between the orange box and just the Portal standalone game, which for a college student, that $30 difference was a pretty big deal. But I finally landed on, okay, you know what? The Half-Life games, they've gotten a ton of praise. I'm going to pick up the orange box, and we're going to try those out. Nowhere in that conversation in my head did I ever think about this fifth game in the orange box, this Team Fortress 2. Never even bothered thinking about that. And I wound up with about 2,500 hours in TF2. That was the game. That was the only game I played through most of college. There are few games that I played as much as I did TF2. I hate that the inputs are ordered that way. Because I want to chain these, so I have to do this weird snaking thing. Idle. Everybody's idle. Oh wait, did we ever get these Atmos suits started? We need copper. Okay, so to To get the copper, we got to get this going. I don't want to do it forever, but 20 should be enough for the next little bit. And eventually we need to do a full, like an actual refinery for metal. College Bench, single player. It's mostly Spring Online. Spring Online. This is the first time I've ever heard of that. Ooh, an open source RTS. I love a good RTS game. And that genre sort of just like disappeared. The last, oh right, I wrangled them, but I didn't actually take them back to their station. Do I need to? I guess. Oh no, that's got a high enough priority. Oh, I must have gotten them there. There's a lot more in there than we had earlier. Probably, maybe. The last RTS I heard of being produced was probably like a good, I feel like a good 10 years ago at this point. A game called Grey Goo, which, no, not Grey Goose. Thank you, Google. Grey Goo. No, I want the video game. Yeah. Okay, it was only 5 years ago. It was released in 2015. Yes, reviews were so-so. Yeah, man, I love RTS games. There's just something very fun about that. But I don't like multiplayer RTS games. Spring RTS, what is this? Yep, that is an open source game right there. I'll have to check that out later. A lot more diverse options. All right, has anyone heard of a game called, oh gosh, I got to remember what the name of it was. All right, this is going to sound like a really weird explanation. An RTS mixed with Tetris blocks. What was it? It was Turtle. Good to see you. Yeah, things are going well here. You got trapped at one point not too long ago, but you managed to get out. Oh, well, Turtle, you're dealing with the compost heap. Classic Turtle. Yeah, things are good. We actually have too much oxygen. Look at that beautiful light blue. That is like maximum density oxygen right there. Look at this system that we shamelessly Googled and built. This is producing so much oxygen, we cannot breathe it fast enough. Too much oxygen has been included. So we're generating this oxygen at record speeds, and we're pumping it into this nice chilly cold biome so it can cool off for a bit. And then we pump this nice air-conditioned oxygen into all parts of the base, so it's having a nice little cooling effect. We're getting there. It's still a little toasty in places. Heat is the future issue we're going to have to deal with. More reed fiber. Always with the reed fibers. Skazoo's got to get back to the farm here. There he is right now. So an RTS that was heavily based on like Tetris block stuff. All right, let's bump these to priority 6, please. We really need to get this piping done, or else we're gonna be screwed on hydrogen again. No, Pip never did anything bad. Pip did nothing wrong. In fact, Pip might be dead. He may be dead. Yeah, I haven't seen Pip for a while. We have a new friend though. We have a new friend. This is Pokey the Poke Shell. He's just a fun-loving crustacean that loves to Wants to party and have a good time with his buds. Yeah, Pokey. His mandibles are set to fun. Someone is starving? Oh, Gus is just hungry. He can't get to the food because he's stuck in the lavatory. Do you need a snack? Yes. Yes. How many dupes have died? Just the one. Nobody since then. We had a little hiccup in the early game. Where's our full-on charts? Here we go. Full-on charts right here. Total number of duplicants right there. I don't know why it like jumped 13 to 7 and like I don't get why it's No, we can get you some ice cream. How about some ice cream? How about one of those little automatic like already prepared cups?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
You change your mind?
Yeah, I changed my mind.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. The chart is wrong. No one else has died. It's just some bad data or something. But we did have an early game death. All right. So next goal is to get this hydrogen pumped out of here. We basically just want to deal with all this excess hydrogen for now, because right now we have too much. This generator is now set to only run if we need power. Some butterscotch pudding. Ooh. Actually, I'm not a fan of butterscotch. That's not tempting at all. Now that I give it some thought, I realize that I do not want any butterscotch pudding. All right, just gotta get to the. Oh, it's unreachable. We can't get up there. Ladder. Get the ladder. That one is going to be kind of hard to get to. A little bit on the difficult side. 1, 2. We should be able to reach all those. The best hard candy. I like, I don't know, I like kind of just plain old sweet, sugary. I just want a big, like, just chunk of flavored sugar, essentially. I don't like the kind of extra flavors my tongue has to think about, things like butterscotch. Oh, another Drecklet egg. Alright, we never did find anything down here. No. Oh right, we were gonna start digging into this way. A little ways. So we'll put a ladder in here and then we'll start digging around. Waterweed. Are waterweeds dangerous at all? I don't think so. I like I don't know, like sweet tarts and sprees. Like it's basically just colorful sugar. Alright, can anybody get to this gas pipe? Unreachable dig. What do you mean? You're not digging. There's nothing to dig. Huh. Alright, and who's idle? Is someone stuck or just lazy? I see how it is. We can still keep slowly making progress on pushing this water further and further over. We're actually about to run out of this water. We were only using this for the supercomputer, I think. So we should be all right. Hey, we got some more exosuits. Look at all these exosuits. So glad we got to that point. All right. There you go, guys. I need to get that hydrogen going pretty quick. We've about filled up this tank. All right, can we reach all these? Yes, we can. Perfect. All right, good. All right, so that's 2 tanks of hydrogen right there until we can get to the point where we can loop up something for that, for this mess right here. This is going to be something. I don't know exactly how this is going to work out, but we will see. Still no tasks available for you, huh? Do that, then do that, then do that. Still looking for things to do. Do we just not have enough exosuits to go around? There shouldn't be too many people awake at a time. There should be 8 people. I guess there's some times where everybody's awake. Alright, what is a thing that somebody can work on that takes just manual labor? How about that? What is something that just... Oh, I don't know. There's just so much stuff. Alright, this is an iron volcano. We are definitely not dealing with iron, molten iron. Alright, I guess if anybody really just wants a job, I'm putting these at priority 4. Because I specifically don't want anybody working on this unless, like, the default stuff is done. Oh, actually, we did finish this. Yeah, we got hydrogen. Yes, finally. Okay. So this is going to fill up with hydrogen. That's just going to be a lot of hydrogen to deal with. We don't actually need to pump oxygen down here. We're at the point now where no one's going down here without a suit on. And so we can just work all the livelong day down here with no problems. Okay, I guess the next step is going to be working on this thermonullifier, getting this all shored up. That's going to be something. Yeah, we can actually just like start digging out a bunch of this stuff. Is this... Why is this... Can we just deconstruct this door? We don't want that. If we can just ignore it. Okay, nobody's idle. That was a lie. I can't support more exosuits than this right now. I could work on a second exosuit station, I guess. Alright, that takes manual labor. So how about that? Do that for a bit. Oh, there's... I can tell that's Riddle because of his sunny disposition. Gotta go be a mod. Alright, have a good moderation session. Mod well. Ban lots of people. All that jazz. Alright. So let's see. Yeah, go with colony summary, please. So do we... Oh! Oh, is this gonna do what I think it's gonna do? Oh, well... Yeah, kind of. Oh, that's pretty neat. This is a new feature. I've never seen this before. Oh, that's cool! Look at him go! Oh, that's really neat. I like this a lot. Oh, and then it has to zoom out every time that you get a new, that you kind of explore out to new areas. Oh gosh, our massive pool of polluted water. Oh, and then we make it to, we found the surface, we drill out this area. Oh, that's cool. Whoa, and then we got to this point. Oh, that's neat. Let's see here. Oh, our number of buildings and everything. Alright. Cool. I don't know why I just needed to look at that. Alright. Oh, what's this? Oh my gosh, I didn't even see this. Oh, buddy, what's that gonna be? Oh, it's a new little, we've got another spout, another resource spout here. A vent. Hey, thanks for the follow, Testing Don't Click. I'm really, I'm very curious now. So why is that triggering my my marquee twice for that notification? That's strange. I must have done something wrong, but I don't know what. All right, let's crack this open, get into this tasty patch of chlorine. Cut through that. Yeah, I want to just kind of poke into here and see what this is. Then again... So much water in the way. This is the annoying part. I've got a lot of water right here. Oh, you know what we can do? Throw down a few mesh tiles. And those right there. Perfect. And now the water can just flow right through. Oh, printables. Omelet or barbecue? Barbecue has a lot more kilocalories to offer, so I think that's a no-brainer. Diggy, diggy path. Diggy, diggy path. All right. Hydrogen is slowly filtering down here. All this excess hydrogen. So this is nice. So, yeah, this generator is barely ever running. This thing is only powering our exosuit charging station and the water pump, and that's it. Oh, actually, you know what? We don't even need this anymore. This power transformer, gone. Get rid of it. It's not even doing anything. Don't like that these guys have to like walk. Let's fix this up. Let's fix this up. Yeah, just like this. Perfect. What are these tiles made of anyway? Obsidian. Okay. Well, free obsidian. I'll take it. All right. So we're going to drain this water out down into here. Blah, blah, blah. And then we'll start digging a path through here. And then we are going to carve out this ice and figure out what is behind this section right here. What is the element that's going to come out of this vent? I'm pretty excited about that. And we can finally deconstruct these things eventually. This stuff that gets broken because it's too hot. Or something. Can we reach these? Yes, we can reach these. Okay. Did these... Oh gosh, these all got done. I wasn't prepared for these tasks to get done over here. I just kind of set them up because I wanted to give you guys something to do. I didn't actually want you to do it. But whatever. Go for it. Go crazy. And actually, you know what? We can harvest this muck root while we're here. Alright, so this temperature is still staying pretty good. Oh, what is this? Sleet? No, some random abyssalite that somebody dropped. That happens. A lot of sleet wheat in here. That'll be useful for later. Oh, you know what? How hot is it up here? With all this cold polluted water and this cold biome, we might be able to farm some sleet wheat up here. We have a source of polluted water, which is what sleet wheat takes, I think. Let me find out. Zoom in on one of those sleet wheat plants. This stuff takes... Oh no, it takes clean water. And dirt. Didn't think about the dirt. What takes polluted water? Oh, the reed fibers. Like, there's two ways to get the fibers we need for paintings. Come on, Turtle, get more creative. You painted the same thing 3 times. That's a little derivative of yourself. All right, people need more tasks, I guess. You guys are just very intent on having something to do, but not going down here. Why are we not going down? Is it because there's nothing left to do? That could be it. Huh, go figure. Alright, we're gonna dig in. We're gonna dig into the Abyssalite here. Breaking in to the cold biome. See, and we don't care about getting wet because we're wearing these nice exosuits that are nice and keeping us safe. Uh-oh, well, I didn't consider that, but I guess it doesn't really matter. But it overflowed a little bit. Alright, whatever. It's being taken care of. Somehow. I don't know exactly how, but just assume it's being taken care of. Alright, we're going to build a ladder bridge then, just to avoid making more of a mess than we already have. Alright, so we want to dig out a little corner here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Big cut through here. Big cut through here. Cool. That's going to take a little bit of time to get through. All right. What next? What is there to do next? All right. So this is all in the name of plastics down here. All this stuff that we're doing with the cold biome, that's to prep us for cooling this area to prevent a massive heat explosion. We're going to try and cool this area down as much as possible. Oh yeah, we can be working on moving our way this side, seeing what's over here. The exosuit will keep... Oh, this one's different colored. What is this one? This one's special. What's special about this guy? Why is he red? He's like some kind of different version. That's a thing, right? He's a different poke shell. Huh. He's definitely more red than the other one, and I don't know why. So you can get these variants of these guys where they're slightly different somehow. Oh man. You know what? We're just gonna start like building an area down here apparently because we have the manpower. Why not? I've got these pinch of pepper nuts. Can we cook anything with those? Nope. Gristleberry. What do we need for gristleberry? We need a bristleberry. And to get a bristleberry, that's a plant. Show me plants. Plants. Bristle blossom. That takes... Oh, that one... This is a special plant. It requires light to grow, which is a little bit different than a lot of the other plants. Moderate temperature, requires some air. Oxygen or CO2 is fine. Oh, this one's nice. This one only requires water and light. It does not require any fertilization. 20 kilograms a cycle is a little bit, but the nice thing is we get a bristleberry, and the bristleberry can be used to make gristleberry, which, hey, morale-wise, that is better than the pickled meal. So maybe we'll look at that. We have a lot of excess water over here, you know? Actually, a whole lot. We're coming up on too much water. Water explosion imminent. Oh, this is overpressure, so we're not actually being able to pull this cold air out. Oh well. We'll figure that out. sometime. Oh my gosh, look at how much water we've churned through. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It would be cool if people didn't hate the food. Alright. This monstrosity here is taking so much water that we have almost... Oh, it's dormant. Okay, that makes sense at least. Alright. So here's the thing. We need to get this research. We need to figure out how often this thing blows its top, you know? And to do that, I'm going to build a very complicated series of tubes. How are we going to do this? Deconstruct this tile and then dig up. Yeah, that should work. And then we can ladder through this area. Nice, nice. Got lots of idle people. Oh my gosh, you guys still need stuff to do, huh? Alright, fine. Pave this entire area. How about that? Just pave it right over. That'll give you something to do. At low priority, mind you, please don't prioritize that. Okay, so I need to go around the water because I do not want to lose this water at all. That would be very, very bad if that happened. So we're definitely not going to let that happen. And we're not going to poke into any of this slime lung infested area either. Right, guys? Right? Okay, good. The goal here is to get up this way and start researching this dormant steam vent. Do we need to catch more sheep slugs? I think we've got so many that this room is actually becoming cramped. Yeah. Yeah, there's too many. There's too many of them. Too many to support all that. Okay, how are we doing? How are we doing? We're making progress on this. Progress is being made. Heat is being exchanged. That is bound to happen. Alright, I want these to be the higher priority items right here. You know what? Actually, this is kind of a stupid way to do this. Let's build a ladder. How about that? Build a ladder through here instead. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Should be a little bit faster. Uh-huh, okay. Progress is being made. Look at this beautiful, beautiful machine right here. That's gonna make things nice and chilly. Very exciting to see that. Glad that was here. Actually, with all this heat, we could go ahead and switch this on pretty soon. We just need to start exchanging more temperature through here. Typically, a good way to do that is get some liquid with a very, very low freezing / melting point, and just send it in an infinite loop. So the liquid just keeps on pumping, even though there's no electricity required for that. It's just a constant pump, and you just pass that through here with some very heavy radiant pipes that exchange heat very easily. Then insulate it until you get to where you want to move the cold to, and then you just put more radiant pipes there, and you can insulate between it. And that's a good way of transferring the heat somewhere where it's easier to get rid of. Can't reach that? Oh, because of these. Oh, because I put these at low priority. These can be priority 5, guys. These should be priority 7. And actually, yeah, these should be high priority as well, now that I think about it. New printables. Let's get some sandstone. Yeah, why not? Joya seeds. We're not to that point really right now, and we got plenty of Joya seeds available in our stores. Uh-oh, zombie slicer. Zombie slicer did a little bit of a mistake, and he's good. Oh, it's a gold volcano. Eesh. Okay, you know what? That's not too bad. So here's what's going on here. This thing is going to spit out hot molten gold at 2,600 degrees Celsius. That's very, very hot. Luckily, we have a thermonullifier right here. So we can actually do something about that temperature. So that, we might be able to put that to use. You know what? The iron volcano. Where was the iron volcano? Okay, that one's way up here. That one might be a little bit trickier to cool off. We'll have to learn a little bit more about proper cooling techniques before we can do anything with that. Alright, let's continue. Oh, this is unreachable. Why is this unreachable? Ah, because the ladder doesn't go low enough. Oh, because there's a water weed right there. Oh, that's why you can't reach that. Okay, so plan is to have someone analyze this as soon as they can get to it, which is taking a little bit of time because it's a very long travel to even get up there to start digging. But we are getting there. Okay, and it's kind of time sensitive. Because if we run out of water, we run out of oxygen. You know what? Before this becomes a problem, we need to have our backup plan in place. And it is going to become a problem pretty fast. So we have a heavy stockpile of water over here that we just haven't had anything to do with it. So plan is that we are going to use that as our backup water supply. So we are going to take this excess water here, and we're going to build a very ugly pipe system. Where's our polluted water? About that. So we've got a closed loop on the lavatories. So we have not been generating any polluted water. We have been immediately filtering it. Which is kind of good and bad, you know? Yeah, it works out pretty well. Let's do a liquid bridge on here just to make sure we don't accidentally send this the wrong way. So here's the fun thing is, yeah, for one, we don't have polluted water standing by. You actually produce more water. Like this system, this closed system where the polluted water immediately gets changed into clean water, you wind up with excess, as you can see, that little bit there, that's our excess water. So there's nothing entering this system, but it produces water. And the issue I've had in the back of my mind for a while now is, what do we do with all that excess water? Because if this system ever gets so full that that excess tank fills up, we reach a problem where the entire plumbing system stops working. Yes, exactly. You build up your food poisoning germs there. So, which I kind of found that pretty early game. We had a system where we were using that water to make lice loaf. That was a bad idea. Is the excess tank full of germs? Yeah, it's got some pretty heavy food poisoning. And it's sitting in a vat of water that I don't remember exactly. This was just a natural pool at the start of the game. My idea was, hey, I'll pump the excess water in here. And then it was like, let's put it in the water so that, I don't know, reasons? I think I had an idea at some point, and it just never actually panned out. Alright, so that's a gold volcano, noted. So we're going to start hollowing out this this area here so that we can actually do something with this guy. This is exciting. Submit a bioscan. Get that opened up. Hydrogen is building up here. If you set those tanks in a chlorine room, yeah, I haven't found a good solid. I was looking for a renewable source of chlorine, so I don't have to just like pump the gas and then seal the room kind of thing. Because I'm also looking to see if I can get some ore scrubbers soon to deal with this slime lung stuff. But yeah, if you just put it in a room of chlorine, that will slowly kill off the germs, which is really nice. The thing is, I haven't really cared about that much. I should be a little bit more worried about it. Okay, good. We've got analysts. GermDove is on the case, analyzing the steam vent here, which we have suddenly become aware of the problem of this this self-powered oxygen thing that we shamelessly copied from Google. It eats up a lot of water. I was not prepared for it to eat up that much water. You don't really need a renewable source. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you just fill a room with it. But I would really like a good source just so I can deal with ore, so I can get some ore scrubbers in place. Because I am super nervous about the slime lung infestation that is bound to be happening someday soon. Alright, what do we want to do here? I kind of want to just get rid of this, please. Just for my own peace of mind. Oh yeah, I can't reach that yet. We need a ladder up here. Actually, you know what? Can we just oh, we can't delete these, can't. Yeah, alright, well, let's get rid of those at least. This is super handy. Thermo nullifier right next to, we've got a gold volcano here, and we're gonna start setting up our oil system over here. Get some plastic finally. Let's see here. Oh gosh, what time is it? Oh my gosh, it's late. We gotta wrap up soon. Slime lung is that big a deal. Just store the slime in bins underwater and it won't off-gas. Deodorizers will handle the polluted oxygen in a few cycles. Yeah, I never really learned, just for context, for the newcomers, because I'm seeing a lot of new names tonight. I'm kind of coming back to oxygen not included after a solid, I don't know. I did not have a child when I last played Oxygen Not Included. And so I have not played since the latest stuff that was added in more recent update. So I'm kind of relearning a lot of the systems. I never got particularly good with it last time I was playing it. Like, I barely managed to start dealing with rockets. But basically I was just kind of learning as I went. Just temporarily, let's just throw that in there. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Breeze. Oh, right. Checking this out. Like, salt water. What? Why is there salt water now? This is brand new to me. And there's, like, different types of asteroids you can choose from, which I think is a really fun addition. Oh, here's an oil reservoir. Dang it, it's all the way over there. I want one over here, preferably. I'm hoping to like have this thermo nullifier really close so we can just have a nice little loop and cool this area off while we're going, because I do not want to deal with, like, this heat is starting to become an issue. I'm learning that there's new stuff with, like, the way that steam power works, steam turbines. So I got to learn that. Still afraid of slime lung? Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, so this is my off game that I'm playing. Normally I do Mario Maker stuff on this channel, but I've been kind of stepping outside of that more and more lately. Oh, here we go. All right, what do we got? It will be. Wait, hang on. Analysis complete. So you're gonna tell me when it's going to erupt, right? Right, guys. All right, well, whatever. Yeah, I know. Monday is usually like there's like 3 or 4 people here. Oh, as I was saying, I'm gonna have to go to bed soon because, as I did just recently mention, I have a baby now, and every second of sleep is actually really important. We're gonna wrap up. We're gonna kind of get to a good stopping point. Oh yes, we do have a Discord. Again, it's mostly we do Mario Maker here, but I do some other stuff. We did some FTL the other day. A little bit of Crypt of the Necrodancer. Haven't played that in a while. But yeah, just whatever I'm feeling. What are you doing? Come on. All right. Okay, so plans for next time. We're gonna hook up this thermal nullifier with our hydrogen backup, because this thing produces a lot of hydrogen. I was not ready for the speed at which this operates. That's my big problem there. Oh yeah, and hey, if you make levels, I do play viewer levels here, because I mean that's just what you do when you play Mario Maker. Apparently, is you just do viewer levels all day, every day. All right, so we're gonna hook up this thermal nullifier with all that extra hydrogen. We have recently discovered that this is a thirsty machine, and it requires more water sacrifices. So until okay, here we go. 226 every 458. Active period requires analysis. I did the analysis. Already. All right, I might have to save and reload before that fixes. Oh yeah, and phase Tendo, which you'll learn all about that. All right, plan is take this excess water, chuck it into this machine until this steam vent comes back online. It is a combination of the card game Phase 10 and endless mode in Mario Maker. It's like you play endless, but you have these extra challenges that you have to keep completing along the way. We're gonna take this hydrogen to the thermal nullifier, and we might set up a little hydrogen plant down here, just to have something to power things like the oil pumps and stuff that we're gonna set up. I think next time we're actually gonna start getting oil, because we really need to get into the plastic age here. We have been struggling to even get exosuits here. Yes, finally oil. I was so happy the first time I managed to get to the oil stuff. Yeah, phase Tendo. Do I even have a... I don't think I have a... Maybe I do. Do I have a phase Tendo command? Yeah, there we go. There's the explanation on that. Yeah, if you come by for the Mario Maker stream, you're going to see a lot of stuff that you were not prepared for, namely the Wheel of Levels, which is the best thing about Mario Maker nights, so get ready for that. Also still on the to-do list, we still need a better source of food. We're going to run out of dirt someday, and we're suddenly going to have no food. So that's kind of an issue. Benny, thank you. The Jet. Benny and the Jets. Thank you for the follow. All right, so we're going to need a new food source. We're going to need oil. Same Ranch. I never really did much with critters. This is my first game where I've actually worked on, like, actually messing with Drekos. This is the sort of all-natural Dreco enclosure with a vent stuck in it. Don't pay too much attention to that. It's ugly. That's right. Wednesday nights are the nights I'm able to actually stream while the baby is awake. So we do music request during the stream where I play accordion for viewers if they so choose to have their ears blasted out by accordion music. So we got oil, food, thermonullifier, and I guess with chat's help we will figure out how to deal with slime. And slime lung, and start just basically carving out stuff, and then we can get plastics and hopefully learn how to work steam engines, because I really want to know how to get that working, because I hear that's great for dealing with excess heat, which is kind of getting to be an issue. Oh yeah, the Zelda's Lullaby and Kazoo. Kazoo's easy. Accordion is the one that's a lot harder and sounds a lot worse, which is why it's so fun. All right, so there you go, guys. We have plans for next time. I'm excited. So let's see who is streaming tonight. Let's see who we can go hang out with. Oh, well. Okay. All right, you guys. We have options. We have options. All right. GameCube is playing Jeopardy. Oh, gosh. What platform is this? There's like this horrifying bobblehead-looking Alec Trebek. Yeah, GameCube, as in this guy right here. Where is? There he is. GameCube is playing Jeopardy, and my friend GFE is doing Link to the Past Randomizer. What do you guys want to see, Jeopardy or Link to the Past Randomizer? We're gonna go hang out with whoever. We'll send a raid over there. Jeopardy. All right, I see 2 votes for Jeopardy. That's good enough for me. We're gonna raid GameCube. All right, so everybody be on your best behavior, please. GameCube has a little bit of a sore throat that he's getting over right now. Ask him about his game collection. He has a massive game collection. You'll see it in the background of his webcam. But ask him about that. He likes to kind of show off some stuff he's got. So upcoming schedule: Wednesday, Mario Maker. We're gonna have lots of fun. I'm looking forward to it. And then Thursday we'll do, I don't know what we'll do. Maybe we'll do an impromptu vote on the Discord again. That works out pretty well. Everyone have a wonderful rest of the week. Thank you for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun. I'm glad that oxygen is not only included now, but in excess. What do we do with all this oxygen? Who knows? We'll figure it out. Be good, do good things. Mario Maker fan needs TTS. It is now turned on for 5 bits. Cheer 5 and you can have your TTS. Probably won't be here Thursday. Understood. All right, everyone take care. I will see you next time. Bye, guys.